So on one level, let's take this to say, let's take the example of Amsterdam, for example. When you walk through the streets of Amsterdam, people have curtains. People don't do anything. I mean, you can see right through them. But no one stops. No one stops and looks because everyone's business is right up front, and people just mind their own business and walk by. No one sits behind a window and talks to them. In the same way, when you offer all this bits of information, at a certain point, people say, it's okay, I really don't need to see anymore, that's enough. And in that process, what happens is, as a result of that, you end up living, or at least I end up living a very anonymous life. I live a very private life, given how much of my stuff is actually out there. And when you think about, for example, a lot of things that are happening, we don't really have a lot of privacy out there. We're not going to be able to go back to a world where these technologies did not exist because we're adapted to it. But what we can do is take control over what might be happening in the future and try to shape that. So part of this project is also this identity management.
Yeah, because you're in control of what you put out there. We've discussed all sorts of interesting ideas around privacy and letting it all hang out in order to preserve your privacy. After all of this, Hassan, what is off limits?
Really, everything is fair game until it compromises the privacy of someone else. So, for example, on my site, you see my phone record. You'll know that on this date at this time I made a phone call from this city, but you don't know who I'm calling. I'm very careful not to compromise the privacy of people around me. You actually never see me because the camera is always pointed away from me. So, you may see me as the inside of my bedroom, but you're not going to see who's in front of me. You'll probably see a corner of the room, or you may see some clutter, or you may see what's the view out the window of my bedroom.
So there is, I'm glad to know that your privacy is private.
Well, there is a certain level of anonymity to the work because I want the viewer to go through the process of as they're looking through the work of playing the role of a detective, cross-referencing this database with that database with that database, exactly what the FBI has to do. But I'm hoping that by the end of this, that they realize, wait a minute, this could be me.
Well, thank you so very much for talking with us today, Hassan. That was really interesting.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
That is Hassan Elahi. He's an artist and professor. You can track him online by going to trackingtransient.net. And that, my conspiracy enthusiasts and open books alike, is the end of our examination into privacy. Thanks so much for downloading us. And do send along questions or comments by emailing dnto@cbg.ca or call the DNTO toll-free hotline, 1-866-630-3686. That's 1-866-630-DNTO. Definitely Not the Opera is brought to you by a group of people so intensely private they insist on being paid in chicken and potatoes deposited directly into secret Swiss bank accounts. It's thrilled. Our paranoid androids are Sarah Tate, Nick Curtin, Anna Lazowski, and Josh Schmidt. Our review date is